Hey, Alicia Godfrey here with Keller Williams Excel Realty, the Godfrey Group, with this month's June 2022 market update. I know we're ending July, but we're getting that market's data in from June just now. So if your house is between $215,000 and $350,000, your days on market is a whopping 9 days. That's a hot spot. That's where my first-time home buyers or my downsizers are trying to get into. So that inventory level is super low and people really want in. If your house is $350,000 to $500,000, it might take 12 days-ish. $500,000 to $700,000 is a 16-day average on market, and if your house is $700,000 or more, the average days on market is 19. All in all, the overall average is 16 days on market, which is still quite low. Now, what are these rising interest rates and rising inflation doing to our market? So our inventory levels are still very low, which means we don't have enough houses for buyers. But these rising interest rates are knocking about 50% of the buyers out of the market because they can afford less house now than they could this same time 1 year ago. So if they were shopping for a $400,000 house in 2021, they're probably shopping for closer to a $300,000 house now if they're trying to still afford the same monthly mortgage payment. So if you're a buyer, I do have to say, stick with it. Your competition just got cut in half. So we're seeing less and less of those multiple offer situations or huge appraisal gap coverages, and more sales happening at asking price or maybe just slightly above asking price. In fact, 61% of homes are still selling above asking price. You've got 18% selling at asking price, and the remainder are selling below asking price or maybe not selling at all. So as a seller, it's going to be very important that we go back to that old way of thinking, which is I can't just throw whatever up on the market. If you want to get your home sold and get as much money as possible, you might need to do some repairs. You might need to clean. These are things that used to just be what it was and have been taken for granted in the last couple of years because buyers have been so desperate for your house. What I am saying is now things are starting to shift. So as a seller, it's going to be important that you're meeting with a qualified realtor to set the proper pricing for your house and get it sold in an appropriate amount of time and for the right amount of money. Now, we did see a 9.7% drop in sales from June of 2021 to June of 2022. So 9.7% less homes have sold this year versus last year. New listings in June of 2022 versus the same time last year dropped by 2.6%. And the in contracts, or people going into contract, dropped by 14%. So we are seeing that housing market slow down. This is why it's important that you partner with a professional that's up to speed on the current market conditions. We are not in the same market that we were in a year ago, which is both good and bad, depending on who you are. Who are those buyers out there? Well, in Columbus, we still have 23% cash buyers, which is crazy to have almost 1 in every 4 homes sold to a cash buyer. But Columbus has such a strong economic forecast that we have tons of investors both in state and out of state that are trying to snatch up properties to use them as rentals. In addition to that, 62% of our buyers are conventional buyers, and then 9%, give or take, are FHA or VA buyers or seller financing. The FHA and VA buyers tend to get a bad rap because those are government-backed loans and people think, oh, they're gonna be slow, they're not gonna close, I'm gonna have to jump through more hoops. Well, I have good news for you FHA and VA buyers, and that is with the shift in the market, we should start to see more favorable seller looking upon your offers with more favor. You are great buyers. Sellers should know that firsthand, that FHA and VA buyers can be great buyers. So stay strong. There's a house out there for you. All right, if you guys want more information on the Central Ohio housing market, I'm always happy to talk about it. You can reach me at 614-579-8907, and I'd love to answer any questions I can for you. But for now, that is your June 2022 market update. Take care.